Hey everyone, down here from the Tabo Concept in Comic Studio. Welcome back for today's video. As we're gonna be scrolling down, that as you can see, that Diary of a Wimpy Kid has just released. As we're gonna be going to get in ourselves to jump in, and I'm probably to do this like anything as well. As of the description says, let me get along or let me get one thing straight. This isn't a diary, it's a comic studio. I'll add more sprites eventually, but I need some people to help first if you want to help and probably to do this as well. So if we cannot able to be browsing comic studios like anything before, as I'm not sure, this should be my favorite of these. And this is one of my favorites back in the day when I was in from probably to do this that my brother brought me from a high school itself. And finally, we're in Diary of a Wimpy Kid Comic Studio as well, and which is going to be my favorite as well. As we're probably to do this, I'm gonna be sharing for this only for one favorites as well. So we don't have any categories on for the left side or right side as well. The categories available is gonna be on the left side as well. Even though you know it was probably work in progress. If you're gonna be searching for around for Diary of a Wimpy Kid comics for the search results, and for some kind of reasons as well inside of Comic Studio for the main website. The link is gonna be in the description below as we're starting and about of those characters. There were for some sort of families itself and multiple things as well. I love to remember. I remember about those things when I was a dumb kid. I just fell in love with those things as well. And because I like all of those drawings are very appropriate, and which is gonna be for 5 to 7 years old to view this, which is absolutely going to be A plus as well. I mean B plus, like those things, or something like as well, and something as for the Peggy 3, and all recommended for everybody as well. That is probably suitable for everybody as well, except wasn't gonna be pretty good like as well. It was contains a little bit inappropriate as well for to do this as well. So you're gonna be at 7 years old that you're gonna be viewing about here as well, and you're happy to see this comic studio like anything that before as well. But nothing that we're gonna be started as well. The main character of this comic studio, or the main character of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, is Greg Heffley. Starting with him, and I'm probably sure that we're starting it as well. It has no mouth as well. I'm probably not sure. That doesn't gonna be making any sense as well. Even that we're starting for some sort of a favorite character as well. Like, given that it is, I wouldn't able to be just like me, but I just failed in school. And what I just know matters that we're gonna be fine here before this. I wasn't be able to be finding out and what is actually Greg Heffley doing as well. So even what is pretty much as I'm gonna be doing for round starting a round of this phase, and I recognize him as well as I remembered. So I remember Diary of a Wimpy Kid when I was a dumb kid that brought this for the high school and being returned to library. But as you can see, this character, I'm probably genuinely love of this guy as well, and in the love of those person that he just still lives on of this day, because probably it's gonna be looking around his face, and it's actually pretty good as well, but less cute even it was, because this is gonna be very recommended for trying to use this guy or this kid as Greg Heffley as well. I'm probably sure that we just but I probably love this guy as well. So I love that as well anyways. And his brother Roderick Heffley, or some sort of Roderick as well, that even though that is actually for one static as way. But he wasn't rude to his little brother Greg Heffley as well, but it does not have any mouths as well. Even that you know it is, he was his big brother Roderick was actually for this firstborn before Greg Heffley as well. So even that is gonna be review about for let's see for the reveal. It was actually madness as well. So I love to remember around him as well as I just probably remember. And his little brother Manny Heffley that was born as a little bit of one moment as well. So he was just a little as well. It was not similar to any Cookie Run characters as well. Not even know what it is. His best friend Rhodey, or even to do this as well. His best friend, I like this as well. His best friend Rhodey, and he wasn't gonna be probably from school anyways, and it's not gonna be finding a way for his parents like it's well. Nothing in this for the categories like those comic studios or with some sort of hidden folders. That wasn't absolutely anymore for such as one thing as well for to do this as well for no characters in those folders except this one. And next we're gonna be moved to his parents, and the first thing is Mrs. Heffley, which is actually for this only for one person, and his father Mr. Heffley for just only one here. I really think he wasn't wild or something like it really it was to do this. This is a father of to do this, and probably he got 3 children by itself between Greg, Roderick, and Manny as well. So, and probably there must be one citizen over here. So, we got the props as well for some sort of anything it goes, especially we got for a multiple diaries itself that I just totally remembered what I just probably remembered about this thing as well. And we got the titles that we absolutely sing like anything before like this. And the rooms like the bedroom and the closet or some sort of furnitures and the outside doors as well. And we're moving into the effects like there was pretty to do this as well. And for some words about those things like it is, I recommended that I'm just gonna be used to do this as any ways to do this. This is gonna be for my main favorites as well, like those things. This is going to be for my main favorites about of those comic studios instead of Cookie Run Comic Studio, but I love looking like of those things that I just remember that I just seen around of those for the Diary of a Wimpy Kid Comic Studios or Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, or you're just gonna be finding here for the websites such as Diary of a Wimpy Kid as well. Even that we include around as well for the simple text as well, or not maybe as well. So we're gonna be added backgrounds as even possible, and but unfortunately we have only one backgrounds as well. So nothing user submitted sprites was actually founded anymore. But even to do this, that isn't going to be to do this like anyways. But we still have any of those sprites like anyways as well. Even that it was included like anyways, nothing in it was in effects as well. We still have any water guns and illegal to do this as well, and a door as well. So the first thing that we're gonna be added itself was Cookie Run background images or something like any kinds of images such as Five Nights at Freddy's and Total Drama Island background images as well. You gotta be kidding me. Before the part 1 ends, we'll be trying to be able to be searching for Diary of a Wimpy Kid as well, instead of like those actually going to do this as well. To say Diary of a Wimpy Kid, it was actually going to do this as well, but even that I just actually doing for some wrong answers as well. Even it says diary was actually for it's only for is one thing, and let's say kid away for just to do so as well. We'll be trying to search around of this diary of a wimpy kid before the video ends, and I'm certainly that was actually for a big fun, like anything, like everything but that else. And because diary of a wimpy kid or something like diary of a wimpy kid is something that I just completely remembered, but looks like we have completely searched for the official diary for Wimpy Kid, which is actually gonna be for in description, and so that the main comic studio is linked in description down below as well, as you'll be going inside to do this as well, and you'll see being absolutely to do this. But we're almost forgot like anything but itself to do this that I definitely restart. But as you can see here, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or itself Diary of a Wimpy Kid, is owned by Jeff Kinney. A special thanks to Loaded Dipper, or R Loaded Dipper, for the sprites, and Jeff Kinney for making a Diary of a Wimpy Kid series from all of those years, from publishers like Anything for Itself to start all the way Nothing Ends to do this as well, but until for somewhere in the future as well. And where does it discontinues write anything as well that I just completely saved. The part 2 is going to be coming up next. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'll be see you in the part 2, and I'll be signing off like just anything to do this, like I just ever wanted to do anyways as well, until we're gonna be finishing this thing later.